Heroes. We know them as the paragons of justice, the defenders of peace, and the symbols of hope. But what if the truth is darker than we've been led to believe? What if the most powerful heroes in the DC universe have hidden, darker sides? Today we're diving into the shocking hidden secrets of the most dangerous and powerful heroes in DC, and we'll uncover how even the greatest can fall to their own flaws. From corrupted powers to twisted morality, these are the stories you probably haven't heard. So grab your favorite snack, a frosty beverage, and prepare for... Let's start with the big guy, the ultimate symbol of hope, Superman. Known for his strength, his never-ending sense of justice, and his role as Earth's protector. Superman is seen as the perfect hero, but what happens when Superman falls? It's not just the occasional bad day or moment of doubt, no. The darkest side of Superman comes when he's pushed to the edge. Take Injustice for example. Superman, the beacon of hope, loses everything when the Joker kills Lois Lane.
Ta-da! Brace yourself!
You took his wife. You took his unborn child and his city. Why?
Grief-stricken, angry, and broken, Superman makes a chilling decision. He becomes a tyrant, ruling the world with an iron fist. Gone is the protector of Earth. And in his place stands a dictator. This version of Superman shows just how dangerous someone with ultimate power can become when they lose their moral compass.
Yes.
Hello, Clark.
This moment isn't just a hypothetical, it's a shocking glimpse into what happens when a hero with immense power loses his way. And it shows how even Superman, with all his strength and love for humanity, can target the very people he swore to protect. Next up, we have the Dark Knight himself, Batman. The man who operates in the shadows, the vigilante who works tirelessly to protect Gotham City. Batman has always been portrayed as the hero who lives by a strict code, a code that prevents him from killing. But what if he ever did break that code? What if he ever decided that the ends justified the means? We've seen glimpses of his darker side in stories like The Dark Knight Returns, Batman battles Superman and nearly kills him. In that moment, Batman's no longer the hero we know, he's a brutal warrior, willing to do whatever it takes.
Do you want me to kill you?
Oh, you're not going to kill me. Now! It wasn't easy to make, Clark. It took years and cost a fortune. Luckily, I had both.
And then there's Justice League Doom, a story where Batman plans for every single member of the Justice League's potential downfall.
The plans were mine. I've carefully studied every Justice Leaguer, past and present, and created contingency plans to neutralize you, should that ever become necessary.
None of us would ever do that to you.
Then you're damn fools.
His preparedness is a strength, but it also shows just how far he's willing to go to control even his closest allies. Batman's trust issues and his moral rigidity often put him in situations where his obsession with controlling everything can be his greatest flaw. Wonder Woman, the Amazonian princess. A warrior with unmatched strength and courage, she's often considered one of the most compassionate and just heroes in the DC universe. But what happens when Wonder Woman's sense of justice becomes twisted? Enter Wonder Woman, Dead Earth. In this alternate timeline, we see a much darker Diana, a Wonder Woman who has lost faith in humanity after seeing the destruction of the world. She becomes ruthless, killing enemies without hesitation, and has no qualms about taking on the role of an unstoppable force in a post-apocalyptic world. While Wonder Woman's power and rage are undeniably impressive, it's moments like these that show how the line between hero and villain can be incredibly thin. Her transformation into someone who takes justice into her own hands without mercy challenges the very ideals she once stood for. Next, we dive into the Green Lantern Corps and one of its most iconic members, Hal Jordan. The Green Lanterns are supposed to be the paragons of willpower, self-discipline, and heroism. But what happens when someone like Hal Jordan, the very symbol of the Green Lanterns, is pushed too far? Enter the Parallax Crisis, where Hal's overwhelming grief after the destruction of Coast City leads him down a dark path. His willpower, which was once the source of his strength, becomes the very thing that leads him to corruption. Hal gives into the fear and becomes the embodiment of Parallax, a terrifying force of destruction. Hal Jordan's transformation into Parallax shows that even the greatest of heroes can fall from grace. It's a tragic reminder that even those with the most power can be destroyed by their emotions, and sometimes it takes everything to reclaim that lost humanity. And finally, we take a look at the Justice League as a whole. The League is made up of some of the most powerful beings in the universe: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, and a few others. But what if the worst happened? What if these heroes, each of whom wields unimaginable power, decided to use it for their own benefit? In Justice League Doom, we see what happens when Batman's plan to neutralize each member of the Justice League falls into the wrong hands. Suddenly, the very people we trust to protect the world become its greatest threats. The Justice League represents the ultimate collection of heroes, but it also represents the greatest risk to humanity. When even the slightest crack appears in their unity, the consequences are devastating. The possibility of corruption is always there. And it's a sobering thought for anyone who believes that the heroes of the DC Universe are immune to turning against their own ideals. The DC Universe is filled with heroes who inspire us, protect us, and fight for a better world. But as we've seen, their paths aren't always clear. The darker secrets of these heroes show us that even the greatest can falter, and sometimes the greatest strength is also their greatest weakness. From Superman's tragic descent into tyranny, to Batman's questionable methods, from Wonder Woman's brutal judgment, and to Hal Jordan's fall into Parallax. The heroes we admire are also the ones with the most dangerous potential. These are the stories that remind us that power is not always a blessing, and the line between hero and villain is often much thinner than we realize. So, what do you think? Can a hero still be called a hero if they've crossed that line? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the darker side of your favorite characters.